All right, one sec. I'll be in the bathroom for like a minute. I'll be right there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hold on. I gotta go mow the lawn. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm gonna wash the car. Wait, I gotta put the groceries away. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
It's all like around the house activities that, you know.
I'm not gonna be
I have to
here.
go read a book real quick. Sorry.
All right. I just gotta read Hamlet real quick. I'll be back.
Let me read the entirety of like Romeo and Juliet. Just like speed read it.
Is it okay to mention Hamlet on a podcast? I'm not.
Yeah,
sure.
it's not the other one. You can't say the other one.
What's the other one?
What's the other one?
I forget.
Oh,
You can say Hamlet on a podcast.
but yeah.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, and welcome to the iCup podcast. Our arrangement's a little different today. We got Donk Fingus.
That's me.
Fingus is here. Hi, Donk Fingus.
Hi.
Donk Fingus is our Brian today.
we
Yeah.
got Tudumsi. We got Drewski wanted to pop on here.
Drewski!
Yo. And we got our good buddy Jason Cropper back.
What's up, guys?
Jason Cropper's here.
Can you hear my guitar in the background? I don't know if the sound is
We
any
can
good.
hear.
We can hear it a little bit. Yeah, that's too loud, but yes.
All right. Too loud.
So, Mr. Cropper.
Can I call you Jason or should I say Mr. Cropper?
He demands you call him Mr. Cropper.
Lord Cropper.
Stop it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Star
that's
Lord
enough of that.
Cropper.
No,
What?
come on, man. Don't say that.
Alright. So Jason, what have you been up to since when was it? November when we last interviewed you?
It might have been.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I've been just trying not to get high
Ooh,
and
Going clean?
just trying to, you know, I mean, like everything in moderation, but just like once in a while as opposed to, you know, more than once in a while. And I had a nice Christmas and, you know, nice holidays and all that with, you know, good people. So I haven't been alone, right? I know a lot of people out there these days kind of have to live their lives almost alone, right? And
Yeah.
That's great to hear. The home recordings of Rivers Cuomo.
right, exactly. I mean, there are certain people where it works better for them that way. Like Rivers is one of those guys, right? Where he just like, you leave him to his own devices, mostly alone, and he's going to do just fine. Like other people like me, like if I'm not around people, like I go nuts, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stand it, but I'm good. Yeah.
Hear that new Weezer album, Okay Human?
So cool.
Oh yeah. We heard you were involved with that. Which song was that you helped?
No, apparently it's Van Weezer is the song is on.
I think, I don't, you know, probably what happened is, I think what happened, and a real Weezer fan, either on this show or after it or in the comments below, could probably correct me here, but I think Rivers was looking through old demo tapes and old ideas, and something popped up, and they called me, and they were like, hey, we're going to put a song that you helped, you know, come up with some riffs for or whatever on the new record. And I was like, okay. And they're like, and we're going to make sure you get paid or whatever. And I was like, cool. And they're like, do you want to negotiate? I was like, no, just give, you know, what does he want? And they were like, well, Rivers says we should do this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, just do that. And I should have thought on the phone call, like, what song is it? Can you send me a copy or can I listen to it or something? I was busy and I was so like, it was so out of the blue. And I was but it got me thinking when Drew brought it up earlier, earlier last year, I thought, oh, well, I was trying to come up with in my mind what song it was. And at one point, somebody pointed me towards a recording of it, and I was like, I didn't fucking write that. Like, I don't know what this is. But maybe it was the wrong song. I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember. So, but it was a long time ago, right? I mean, literally, we met 30 years ago this May.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
really?
Jeez.
It's coming up.
Insane.
And then the band played its first little sort of jam fest rehearsal practice on Valentine's Day, just past 29 years ago.
Yeah, I saw the Instagram post about that. I do have to apologize really quickly
Oh, no,
because I did destroy my voice doing a Eugene Krabs impression.
Great. You should probably go see it.
It was really good though. So
It was funny.
It was important to hear about that. Thank you for the update there.
of course,
Welcome.
I don't know why I apologized. What?
I don't know if my voice is raspy here or
It sounds fine. Does it hurt?
it does.
Oh,
The show must go on.
The show must go on. Jason Cropper, did you hear that you can go to redbubble.com/people/iCupPodcast/shop and get a mug?
Sweet. There's what kind of mug?
Coffee mug.
Does it have like a logo or a quote or what is on it?
It's got our new iCup podcast logo.
Oh, that makes sense. iCup, right? It's a mug. It's not
It
iMug.
is.
It's iCup.
We've got an acronym now. You want to tell them about that, Mr. Doomsy?
Interesting conversations with unique people.
Oh yeah, that's nice. ICUP.
Oh, he said it again.
oh wow.
He said it Jason said it like 8 times in the last time. Oh, we love Jason.
We do.
I
what have you
love
been-
you guys too.
Thank you. You've been writing stuff? You've been tinkering with music?
Yeah. Just I think writing songs is like my main therapy. Like because in order to do it, I have to meditate and do yoga and do journaling and exercise and eat right and sleep right. So it's like if I'm writing songs I'm pretty sure everything else in my life is going right. So it's and I took most of last year off of writing because it was just like I don't know what to write about. Like the world is so fucked and I don't want to write about that. I don't want to. And so but I met this woman named Susan and she's so sweet and kind, and so I can always write a song about her, and it's like that those turn out really good because she's just she's like a bright spot in the universe, and I like to I like for my songs to be positive because it's like you start writing about dark stuff and you get into like some Lane Staley Kurt Cobain bad trip and
Yeah.
that's fine for those guys, it's just but I don't want to live there,
Yeah.
so
You gotta
trying to keep
align
it
all
positive.
Gotta align your songwriting chakras to make your
That's
next
right.
masterpiece.
That's right. That's it. And what's funny, I mean, like, I can always reference my songwriting arc back to Rivers as kind of a role model because I was a kid watching him teach himself how to write songs that became the Blue Album, and so it's like that's it's a nice high watermark for me to be like, oh yeah, that's how you do that. And so in later years, watching him go do his Vipassana work, and the whole like sit in a closet not talking for 3 days and crying, or whatever is going on there, and then coming out,
his walls black,
right? And he comes out, and it's like, ta-da! Here's the new, I am the greatest man who ever lived, or whatever, And so I like that. I like that kind of personal development equals, interesting arc.
Is there anything else you think inspires you musically? Anyone else?
Or anything else.
Anything else? Yeah, anything else?
Yeah, Everyone, like, there's a few different styles of songs that I really like. There are faith songs, like, songs you might sing in church. And I don't just mean like, Christian church in America. I mean like, ancient Hindu poetry and, just there's so much great art from every kind of faith. And so it's really easy to just open up a faith book from another language and look at the translations and be like, oh, those will make really good lyrics, and just start singing, hymns from other cultures, alive and dead. That can help, sort of kick off a jam, if you will. And so it's like, it's kind of spiritual music disguised as rock and roll or whatever. I like that. And then of course there's your typical, just like your love song, right? Where you're devoting your love, you're expressing your love to, your beloved or whatever. And some of those are faith songs and some of those are just about like earthly love between two people. And then there's your songs that are, sort of like call to action, right? Like Bob Dylan, The Times They Are A-Changin', or Masters of War, or, or like Black Sabbath War Pigs, right? Where you're like calling out evil in society and trying to, actually make a statement, like Neil Young, right? He does this sometimes, or Bruce Springsteen, he does this sometimes.
Yeah.
So like, what's a good album in the eyes of Jason Cropper? What are some good albums?
Wow, what a great question. I mean, to take it back to Alice in Chains, I really liked that Black Gives Way to Blue record that they did a few years ago. I really enjoyed Led Zeppelin records when I was a kid. That was always fun, kind of like a fantastical adventure of some sort. Gosh, I don't know. I like pretty much any Rage Against the Machine record.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, as far as like Bob Dylan, gosh, he has so many good records. Like what is it? Let me take a look at this View album. Bringing It All Back Home by Bob Dylan. If you haven't listened to that, and you want to have like a pure Americana folk poetry experience, Bringing It All Back Home by Bob Dylan. It's like one of my all-time favorite records.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
There's a song on it called It's All Right, Ma, on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Jason, I have like an old book of like old Islamic poems, and I think this one. I want to know what this one means to you.
Okay.
Sorry for the little therapy session here.
Yeah,
Moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on, nor all the piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a world of it. What does that mean to you? If it makes sense to you.
You read it again a little slower.
Oh, sure thing. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on, nor all the piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a world of it.
I think this is a reference to the power of the word, right, as captured by the prophet or sort of channeled, if you will, and how important it is to not confuse earthly intentions of people with the what we know of the divine in that faith, in that scripture. Does that seem reasonable?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted your interpretation of it. Don't ask me.
Donk Fingus, do you have any thoughts on that?
Donk Fingus.
I just thought is about songwriting. Or, no, not songwriting, just writing in general.
Yeah.
That's what I just got from it. Obviously.
Just writing in general.
Well, just like this could be wrong, but just like the emotional, or like how spiritual writing could be, I guess.
Yeah, it's sort of like a therapeutic thing, which I think that's why I picked that one. It kind of ties in with what Jason was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's really interesting about this past year, and I wonder, I mean, I'm turning 50 this year. My youngest daughter is going to turn 21 this year, and so we were just talking about Weezer, coming up on 29, 30 years of continuous adventure and art and music.
American service.
Yeah, cultural implementation, the big W, big hot W.
The big
And for the last year, people have had to cool their jets and not go to rock shows or go to museums or go eat out at restaurants even, or go to movie theaters, go to work, right? Go to school, go to singles bars, right? Even just like you can't even troll people on the internet the same, things are different, and there's
we
a
do
lot
little
of
trolling.
right.
Yeah, but for Lent.
Yeah, it's fine. I do a little trolling myself, even though it makes me mad when people troll me, But the point being, and I would love to hear what each of you has experienced along these lines, how COVID and the lockdown has forced people to become more introspective, whether they wanted to or not, whether they were able to really face that and wanted to or not. And in terms of, asking seemingly unimportant but totally important questions like, why are we here? What's, how do we get, who are we? How do we get here? How do we end up as a civilization of human beings on a planet spinning through the solar system, following the Earth around a galaxy, following the sun around a galaxy in a giant circle in a sea of galaxies?
Yeah.
Who are we? What are we doing here?
Gotten some sort of cosmic awareness myself, like on terms of
It's okay, go on.
I'm trying to think of, before I go on, does Mr. Drewski Keel have to go make pizzas?
In about 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll probably head out
I'm
then.
trying to figure out what Drewski's picture is. He's got a stick bug.
Well, clearly
it's
that's
human.
the answer. That's who we are, and
The
that's
answer.
why we're here. Yeah.
We're here to make pizzas.
and have a pizza party.
Everything
That's
leads
why
to
we're
here.
pizzas.
We're just one big 5th grade class having a pizza party. That's what we are.
I mean, just the geometry of it all, right? You chop. It's a pie. It's a circle. You chop it up into pieces, and everybody shares it, right? It's like you get a slice. You get a slice of the pie.
Right.
We sold
Slice
enough
of
box
life.
tops.
It's communal.
Yeah. Life is but a pizza.
Mm.
When you think about it, society is just a giant pizza.
Some
Every
people,
little.
yeah, no. Some people just get a cardboard box too. It's not always fair,
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no
you
pepperonis.
do have to get enough box tops to get to that pizza party.
Mm. It's competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether we want it to be or not, there's a lot of competition.
This is the most philosophical of the ICUP podcast. Every time Jason comes on here, he gives us like this philosophical piece of like divine art to think about.
I'm here for it.
I have a podcast called the ICUP podcast.
Yeah,
I don't see anything wrong with the name. I mean, it's just interesting.
I like it.
Conversations with unique people. I don't see
Jason's a
what's
deep
so funny
thinker.
about
I
it.
appreciate that.
well, thanks for letting me, spill my guts on here. I appreciate that, you guys. It's good.
Of course.
Yep. And we had Casey Jost on. He said He's a big fan of Mr. Cropper himself.
He's a big fan of Mr.
Hey,
Cropper.
should I play you guys a new song?
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
Of
yeah.
course, we would love that.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can make it happen here. Let's see here. Okay. All right, I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm going to do this in like the more of the like Matt from the National or Paul from Interpol type. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is that working out for you?
Yeah.
All right, this one's called You're My Indie Rockin' Queen.
Very nice title.
Guitar's not really in tune, but who cares, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're my indie rockin' queen. You rule all the machines. You make my dirty loving clean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your clock will turn back all the time. The Clash 1979. Replacement Saturday Night Live. And all that thought, time will fly away. Please come home to play old songs brand new. And hear them drop down from yesterday. Hey, the band still plays sweet songs for you. Songs for you. Do, do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You take me round to the flip side. Vinyl spinning through the night. Dancing just like 1985. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, please take me on a drive. We're blazing through the sun. Venus spinning hot twilight. And hold that thought, time will fly away. Come back home to play old songs brand new. And hear them drop down from yesterday. Yeah, the band still plays these songs for you. Songs for you. Songs for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When they find us in the sky, we'll be flying with your wings. All we've got to do is sing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take me to another plane where the dues are not insane. Royalty is not in vain. And hold your heart in a golden frame. Girl, I love your face. Good dreams come true. And feel the drop down from yesterday. Hey, the band still plays this song for you. Ooh. All right.
Great.
I
We
love that.
appreciate that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Right on, right on, right on. Thanks for listening.
Oh yeah,
Welcome.
Jason, giving us new content.
What's the story behind that song?
Well, I got in the shower with my girlfriend the other day, and one of those,
Ooh,
Save
Jason's
water.
got a girlfriend.
Save water.
and she's so cool. Like, she's 1,000 times more hip than me. Like, she knows every cool band and likes really cool music and has like the coolest Instagram feed and like the coolest style, and is like a ballerina fairy princess, like little, she's just super. And the words came in, yeah, 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 you're my indie rockin' queen. And I was like, I gotta go. And I literally jumped out of the shower and I ran for my guitar, because it was one of those moments where, like, okay, the whole song is just gonna write itself. All I gotta do is try to keep up, right? Just turn on a voice memo or write it down or something. And I was like, and it was, the idea of your clock will turn back all the time, The Clash 1979, Replacement Saturday Night Live, or Take Me Round to the Flip Side, Vinyl Spinning Through the Night, Dancing Just Like 1985. And just this idea that music, everybody really is emotionally attached to the music they loved at a certain age in our culture, right? If you were 12 and you discovered Weezer or the Police or whoever it is, the Clash, right, or whoever it is, and if you have a moment where you're like, I'm stuck, or I'm hurt, or I'm sad, or I'm angry, or whatever the negative emotion is, you can go back to that music, back to that moment in your life, almost in your mind at least, or your heart, just by putting on your headphones and spinning that record. And it just, because at least I imprinted, memories of like, oh yeah, I remember when I went and bought Led Zeppelin 4 on vinyl at Rainbow Records on MacArthur Boulevard in a building that's now a hospital in Oakland. And I loved the record so much that I didn't go home and listen to it. I took it on the bus to Berkeley and walked all around, like, carrying Led Zeppelin 4, like, hey, you guys want to smoke weed with me? Cool. Yeah. Just like being a little stoner kid. And like, because Stairway to Heaven and Four Sticks and, rock and roll and, just all, what is it? Just that music, just like, I love it so much. And I remember that time when my innocence was still intact, and it lives forever in that music. And so this idea that music it can take us back there. I mean, it's not going to make America great again, but hopefully it'll make, people nicer to each other, because they can remember a time before they were so hurt that all they could do was lash out.
Yeah. Jason's hitting us with some heavy stuff, so I'm gonna ask Jason a question. Macaroni or fettuccine, if you have pasta.
Or in general, what's your favorite pasta shape?
Yeah, what shape?
Well, Rivers and I used to work in an Italian restaurant together when we were kids.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Wow.
I was the cook, and he was like, I need a job. I'm going to school part-time, and the Pell Grant hasn't kicked in. I was like, what are you gonna do? He's like, can you ask if I can get a job at that restaurant you work at? I was like, yeah. I think they need like a busboy, like custodian. You have to take out the trash and wash dishes and bus tables all day. He's like, I'm there. When do I start? I was like, all right, come on down. And I used to make it. It was a great job. It sucked, but it was good because they taught me how to cook everything on a real old school Italian level from scratch, like make pasta from scratch, make, stuffing for agnolotti and ravioli out of veal and cheese and spinach and bechamel sauce from scratch, right? How to butcher a whole animal, how to make the lettuce so it's always crispy or whatever. So as far as pasta shape, it's a really good question. I mean, it depends on the sauce, right?
Right.
You know what my favorite pasta is, though? I think it works best with all kinds of sauce. And I just really like the sort of the shape and the texture of it, is pappardelle.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Toast with
anybody
toast.
here? You guys like pappardelle?
Yeah.
It's like in those little birds' nests in the package. And
Yeah.
it's like ribbons. It's very, slim ribbons.
Mm-hmm. That stuff's good. We don't have it a lot at my place, but I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go,
that's
treat yourself to some Italian pappardelle with any kind of sauce, right? Creamy
All
sauce,
right.
right? Pesto sauce, tomato sauce, meat sauce, whatever.
Okay.
You guys getting hungry? All this food.
Oh yeah.
I had like a plentiful breakfast, so I'm
Drew, I'm
ready.
gonna order a pizza and have it delivered to California.
Oh,
Is Drew still there? Did he go to work?
I'm here.
He's still here. He's not making pizzas.
All right.
I should probably get going now.
All right. Make an iCup pizza. Spell iCup with the pepperoni and send a picture to us.
I want a
It's not
vegetarian
busy, I
iCup.
will.
Vegetarian iCup pizza.
no
Dog
bread.
Fingers.
Oh, hi.
Dog Fingers, what are your thoughts on the fact that Rivers Cuomo was a busboy at an Italian restaurant?
I think that's really funny. Like, not in a mean way, but I couldn't imagine him doing that. That's
Humble
it's
beginnings.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Far East come.
Yeah, that there was recently a headline about how Kurt Cobain faked his death and became Rivers Cuomo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
That's
real.
true?
I believe it.
Yeah, I know for a fact that that's not true, and I can Rivers will confirm this if anybody could ever ask him. We were at work at the Italian restaurant, and he was washing dishes, and I was cooking pasta, and we were listening to pirate radio in Los Angeles, which only played Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Motley Crue, Queensryche, up until this fucking moment. And they were like, we're going to play something new. And he and I looked at each other like, what? It's not going to be an Ozzy Osbourne, Def Leppard, Cinderella song? No. And on comes, and we just stared at each other the whole time it was playing, because we were both like, this is like the Pixies meets Louie Louie meets like every garage band in the world, except it's good. And the song finished, and I said to him, man, you could write a song like that. And he's like, I could totally write a song like that. And I was like, I guess the format changed. And he's like, we're going to do this. This band's going to work. I'm telling you, he had a really good feeling about it that day. And so I'm pretty sure that wasn't Kurt Cobain impersonating Rivers at the Italian restaurant.
It might have been.
Are you certain he didn't go behind your back and write that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
I know that
Well,
Weezer have a band called Goat Punishment that just did Nirvana song, other covers in Nirvana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 60 wrong sausages or something like that?
Yeah.
It was one of them.
Yeah, that was a major fail, but it was fun. I mean, it's like I look at 60 Wrong Sausages in the Michael Jordan wisdom, right? Like Michael Jordan, how do you make so many more shots than all the other players combined? Because I miss more shots, right? 60 Wrong Sausages was one of those misses. It was good though.
I'd imagine.
I have a question actually. Any movies you've watched recently?
Yeah. What did I just watched the Black Panther one, Judas
Oh,
and
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, that's a really good film.
I've been wanting to watch that.
I recommend that. That one is very apropos in terms of being aware of the nature of institutionalized racism in our country. However hard it is to see as a white privileged person, it's really, I think, important for, you know, everybody to come together around what the facts are. You know, like I have lots of white friends who will say things like, there's no such thing as racism. I'm like, man, you don't fucking know. You're white in a white run
Yeah.
society. How can you fucking know that? How can you know what it's like? You're not. You can't. And I don't pretend to either. But don't say it doesn't exist. You sound like an idiot. Sorry. So
No,
It's okay.
Jason, he's sorry for telling the truth.
Yeah. In terms of movies, what kind of movies are you into, Jason Cropper? What are some of your favorites?
I mean, lately I've been binge watching TV shows.
What shows?
I've finally I'm like within 3 episodes of finishing the Vikings saga, which really kind of jumped the shark, but I can't put it down. There's one that I've been watching called The Great, which is about Catherine the Great. It's very funny. I recommend. It's very, very witty and funny. It's about, you know, this German woman who becomes the empress of all Russia because of an arranged marriage and like a coup. And she tries to liberate the country from its kind of, you know, what did they call it? Feudal model of economics, and, you know, slapjack it into the Renaissance, past the Renaissance, because they'd already missed, you know, they had all this art, but it was like, you know, 99.99% of the people were impoverished, and 0.1% were the rulers, and that was it. And it was just like a nutty place, and she tried to fix it, and it's a very funny, witty, sexy comedy show.
Alrighty.
That was a good one.
Made the Hunger Games real?
Were they really that hungry? They just needed some pizza.
Yeah, probably. What about you guys? What kind of movies are you recommending, and TV shows are you guys recommending these days?
I've been watching the Saw movies recently.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fingers knows exactly what I'm going to say here.
okay.
Oh no, don't say it.
Oh, is it?
Don't say it.
No, say it. Who cares?
Do that?
Super bad?
Super bad. 2007.
Super bad.
Oh, there goes.
Super bad.
Super bad. That's an awesome movie.
Oh yeah, love me
Jason
some super
Cropper,
bad.
like super bad confirmed.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just have been watching so much television, movies, I can't remember any of it anymore. I'm desensitized to it. Maybe I'm getting dementia or something. It's just, you know, too much information.
Dementia at age 49.
Too many head injuries.
Telling you kids, this rock music is the devil. It gives you dementia.
Oh my god,
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
that's
He's
incredible.
got the whole soundtrack.
The whole soundtrack right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. Let me take a. You know what I really like is Kira Kurosawa films about samurais.
Oh,
You know, that they then turn into westerns later on. You know, like the Seven Samurai and the Magnificent Seven. That's the
Yeah.
same story.
I'm actually
That's the good
in
stuff.
a class, like it's a cinema class, and we're actually gonna watch Yojimbo. So that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
There's actually a movie like that. It's I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's kind of obscure, but I think it's called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The what?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You ever heard?
Sure. I mean, I remember when it was a black and white comic book.
Really?
Yeah. It's good.
You're asking the man to score your senior. if you start a Ninja Turtles.
That
Yeah.
was a joke, of course. But so I heard. Is it true that you were working on a project with Billy Cobb? You mentioned that in one of his live streams before.
Billy Cobb like old Alzheimer's moment. What was the
Zerwe too.
Sir, me too.
Billy
he made a
Billy Cobb mentioned my name? He did, for real?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel
What did
like
he say?
this is Jason.
He said
saying-
that you two were working on a project or something along those lines.
he's not allowed to talk about it. You can tell.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I'm just trying to remember. I mean, like, maybe it was like, I don't know.
All right, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Yeah, I gotta look now. You're like jogging my memory. I've got to look up, like, when did Billy Cobb reach out to me, or did I reach out to him? Like, did he? Maybe he just bought equipment from me at my day job.
Really? No, I think Billy Cobb actually lives near me in Pennsylvania.
He's like a record producer, songwriter, singer, right?
Yeah.
And he
That's our
does,
guy.
and he works with Rivers sometimes, right?
I don't think he ever has, but because he's a young kid, I think he's like 20 something.
Okay. Wow, I gotta check it out.
All right, you go check that out. How long has this episode been? 50 minutes. 50 minutes and nobody has interrupted someone. New record.
Yeah, you've yet to hum.
Hey
Jason
guys,
sings.
guess what?
What?
Nothing. I was just interrupting someone for the first time.
Oh, no.
It's awesome.
Fungus, you got you got anything? I don't know, I forget the phrase.
I'm trying to think of stuff. You know, my gears are turning in my head.
We're all getting, it's COVID dementia. It's just from lockdown.
Yeah, I need to get
Definitely.
some sun.
All right.
Yeah. Vitamin D.
You live in Arizona. There's like only sun.
Yeah, but I'm also in my room, protected from the sun, so...
All right. Well, I've got nothing left to say. What about you,
Jason
Jason?
Cropper.
No, I'm grateful to hang out with you guys tomorrow. We should do this again in a few more months.
Oh yeah.
It's great. Fungus Robert, what are your first impressions of Jason Cropper? Because this is your first time.
Yeah, I love him, dude. I've been really nervous the entire episode. Or not the entire, just like the beginning, because that's just how I am. I just get really nervous, kind of. But
Yeah.
no, he's really chill. I love that guy. This guy that's right here that I'm talking to in the call.
Thanks, man. I love you too, bro.
We love Jason.
Yeah.
Like, I can always go back and watch Gladiator with Russell Crowe, or Apocalypto, or The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, or The Last of the Mohicans. Yeah, I really like the movie Doctor Strangelove. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or like just smoke a giant bong rip and watch this film called Baraka. Have you ever seen that?
I haven't smoked a giant bong
I
rip
don't
in
think
general.
so.
Or if I want to
Don't
have
do
like
drugs, kids.
if I want to have a good cry, I'll watch Dead Poets Society with Robin Williams.
My mom's favorite movie.
It's a good film.
Any
Or-
rom-coms you like?
I feel like my
Shut-
life is a rom-com sometimes, so I'm gonna stand back.
All right. We got a buddy who
trying
makes
to-
movies. We'll have him make a rom-com about you.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like
Right
Don
here.
Fingus was trying to get Jason Cropper to mention Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Whoa,
Watching
no,
Tom
I was not trying to do that.
Hanks. You were.
That's a good
not.
film.
You are putting words in Robert's mouth.
I was just mentioning
Well, because
rom-coms,
I knew where he was going with the romantic comedies.
Well, I don't think that movie's very funny.
I mean, Jim Carrey, he's so funny.
He is really funny, but he just makes me cry in that movie, so...
He's a good actor. Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik
In the Sonic movie.
in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Little
Right.
tidbit before we close this episode out. Go to your local gas station and buy something, and the cash register will probably make a Sonic sound. Thanks for coming to the iCup podcast.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's coming full circle.
Yeah.
Bit like a pizza.
Like a pizza.
Wow. All you can eat pizza.
Keep your pizzas up.
They used to do that at Pizza Hut.
Does anybody
And they
here like
closed.
Detroit pizza?
I don't think I've had it.
I'm gonna recommend it.
All right.
Yeah, hunt yourself down some Detroit pizza. It's very
I'll
comforting.
go out and try to find some Detroit pizza if I can.
Detroit pizza. Ever had pizza?
Ever had pizza?
Ever had pizza without the bread?
Apparently you have
Sauce
to ask
and
for
cheese?
cheese though. You just have to ask for cheese. We're out of things to say. This is the part of the podcast where we go nuts.
Good to talk to
we-
you guys. Thanks
Good
for
to talk
having
to you
me
too.
today.
Of course, we love you.
too.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Have fun. Hit me up in a few weeks. Let's get together again.
You got
Yes.
it.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Later.
Maybe.
Oh well. Well, thanks for coming to the iCup podcast. As always, I am Ted MC Mayweather.
Mosquito, Maine. And
I'm
I'll
Robert
see you on the funny
Duckfingers.
pages.
And we'll catch you later, Schmuck.
Oh, hey, hey. Please try the fish.